Know me. That is another very popular activity in English language speaking classes. Know me is an activity which can be done in pairs and also can be done in groups. But it is suggested that with the lower level students, like primary school students, it should be done in pairs, because it will be very difficult for primary school children to know more than one person at a time. So what the teacher does is that she divides the class into pairs. Everybody is standing with a friend. They can just choose their own friend, or if they need help to select a partner, then the teacher may help them to select a partner. Some children are clever enough to look for their partners. Some are a bit shy or maybe not that active to go and choose their partner. So in that case, the teacher needs to help these people, because they should not be discouraged to participate in the activity. This activity actually is very full of energy and fun, and people like to do that. At a higher level, of course, the students are good enough to choose their partners and then talk about their topics. So either the teacher gives them a topic, especially when they are in the primary school, or even in the secondary school, the teacher may give them a topic to talk about in pairs and ask questions to each other. Sometimes the teachers, they choose a topic and also they choose the number of questions to be asked and the number of answers to be given. For example, I choose the pairs for my students. Then I tell them, okay, the topic that you are going to discuss is related to your studies and exam. Do you want to have an exam after 3 months, or do you want to have an exam after 6 months? This is the topic that you are going to discuss. But then when you are discussing, talking to each other, knowing yourself, you are also going to give examples of what was happening in your previous school, or if they are primary school children, you won't be giving, the teacher would not be giving them a topic which has to be related to the previous school, because they are primary school children. So with the secondary school children and the higher level school children, the teacher can give them a topic like the exams to be discussed previously about the previous situation that they were facing and why have they built up this opinion. So they have to know each other, that while they are talking about the previous experiences, they will come to know each other in the sense that what they have been doing in the past. So there will be a link from the past to the present and then what they want to do in future. So the teacher has to be very clever in selecting the topic when she is doing the activity Know Me. Sometimes there are good ideas with the teachers when they tell the students to talk about their families. Some of the students, they do not like to talk about the families, but some have a lot of information, and it is noticed that they would be talking not only about their brothers and sisters, mother and father, but they would be talking about the grandparents, their uncles, their aunts. So that is also one thing the teacher needs to look at, that sometimes in a pair, one person is speaking a lot and the other is just listening. So when the teacher is monitoring this type of a session, because some people, some students, they love to tell about themselves, and the other person might be a bit dominated by the speaker and would just go quiet. So the teacher needs to control that situation. If she notices that it is just one person speaking in the pair, then in a very subtle manner, she has to go and ask the other one who is not speaking to then start her conversation or his conversation to talk about herself or himself. So the teacher actually is supervising. It should be more of a learner-centered class when it is a speaking session going on. Because if only the teacher is speaking and all the time talking, then the students will not have a chance to talk. So basically, when the speaking session is going on, the teacher is a facilitator, or she is just a monitor. She is just monitoring that situation to evaluate the skills of the students.